Well, it says I'm alive. And the doctor said that too. So two lives can't make a wrong, right? Let's see. I can see these lights. Oh, why? I play around with a lot of lights. Lights are very important. I remember going on talk shows that the big guys used to have their own lighting people with them. Me, I just had Lesko. uh, Actually, what I want to talk about, I just got an email from the Treasury Department, Munchkin, or whatever his name is. If you want to find it, here's the headline. I'm sure you can Google this and find it. Treasury and the IRS begin delivering the second round of economic impact payments to millions of Americans. Millions and millions and millions. Those of you that remember Carl Sagan? He used to be this guy on TV, say billions and billions and billions of stars or whatever the heck was in the universe. Anyway, here's the you want to I gave you the keyword to search if you want to, because I can't use the screen. So I got to do this. Okay, here it is. Today, the Treasury Department and the IRS will begin delivering the second round of economic impact payments to millions of Americans as part of the implementation of the Coronavirus Response and Relief Supplemental Appropriations Act of 2021. Wow. See, I still think we got to start having fun in 2021. The initial direct deposit payments will begin arriving as early as tonight. That's right. Tonight. Your payment will reach tonight. I can't sing for it. As early as tonight for some, and will continue next week. So, like probably last time, they probably got some of the bugs worked out, but there'll still be bugs. Don't worry. Paper checks will begin to be mailed tomorrow, Wednesday, December 30th. So that's Wednesday, December 30th. The paper checks will start going out. The second round of payments will provide critical economic support for those who, through no fault of their own, have been adversely impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. No fault of their own. Man, they decided to be born. No, I guess they didn't decide that. Treasury and the IRS are working with unprecedented speed to issue a second round of economic impact payments to eligible Americans and their families, said the secretary. The payments are an integral part of the commitment to providing the vital additional economic relief to the American people during this unprecedented time. Time will tell if this is unprecedented or not. Huh? It obviously is. Eligible individuals will receive the economic impact payment of up to $600 for individuals or $1,200 for married couples, and up to $600 for each qualifying child. Okay. And I guess that's under 17. I forget. Generally, if you adjusted gross income for 2019 is up to $75,000 for individuals and $150,000 for married couples. So, I mean, now, see, that's the new poor. $150,000. You're poor. You need a subsidy, right? Crazy, isn't it? For married couples filing joint returns and surviving spouses, you will receive the full amount of the second payment. For filers with income above those amount, the payment is reduced. I forget what it is. Like for every $1,000, they reduce it $1 or $5 or something, something like that. Oh, if $2,000 ever passes and those already received, you'll just receive more. I don't know. Somebody, Chad had said, what happens if they increase it to $2,000? I guess that's a nice problem to have. We'll figure that out later. Okay, let's see. The second round of payments will be distributed automatically with no action required for eligible individuals. You hear that? They're sending them out automatically with no action required for eligible individuals. If additional legislation is enacted, oh, here it comes, wonder enacted for an increased amount, economic impact payments that will have been issued will be topped up as quickly as possible. So, right, you're going to get the difference. So if they say, okay, we're going to pass $2,000, so you already got 600, so $2,000 minus 600, they'll send you 1,400 more, right? Did I do the math right? Oh. The swift issuance of the second round of payments follows the successful delivery of more than $270 billion in the CARES Act economic impact payments. So they sent out, it was $270 billion. So this is what, $600 is like a little less than half of that. Man, that doesn't seem like a lot of money in the scheme of things, isn't it? So they're saving $180 billion, something like that. Okay, providing critical support to nearly 160 million Americans. So 160 million Americans, there's only 300 people here. And if you take out the kids, right? I don't know, what's that, 50 million or something like that? So it's crazy. Okay, here's two websites they put in. Later this week, you may check the status of your payment. Not yet. Hear that? Later this week, you could check your payment. Later this week, let's check your payment at irs.gov/get-my-payment. Okay, irs.gov, get my payment. Okay, now get my payment, irs.gov, get my payment is get is G is capitalized, M for my is capitalized, and P for payment is capitalized. I would assume you need that. irs.gov, I'm going to put this in the chat. Get, G-E-T. Okay. My Miss American Pie, my payment. P-A-Y-M-E-N-T. Okay. IRS.gov. Get my payment. Okay. Now here's another website they said. For further information, you could go to irs.gov EIP, which means economic impact payments. I just checked that. There's not a whole lot of new stuff there. So IRS.gov. And this is all capital. E-I-E. Rose, can you type those two in? IRS.gov EIP, which EIP is all capitals. And the other one is irs.gov/ and then get my payment. And G is capital for get, M is capital for my, and P is capital for payment. Is that you, Rose, or is that me in drag? I had to come in as Rose a lot because I'm still locked out of my Facebook thing. I went down to Facebook in Washington, D.C. I see they have an office here in a hip area of town. And so I went down to accost them. It was locked up tighter than a drum, man. So get my payment. Oh, there it is. Okay, Rose got it there. Okay, see, get my payment. And the other one is irs.gov/EIP. By the way, I don't know if Rose was on earlier when I talked this morning about Rose, and Monica seems the same kind of thing as Rose. It was another researcher that helps us online with answers and stuff. That Rose just has an amazing heart to try to help people, and I think that's. Man, I mean, I always thought, when you hire people, it's not whether they have skills or not. It's how you feel about them. We're all screwed up. There's something wrong with all of us, But if you actually like somebody, you can get over all those things, But if they're not basic light, then something's going to piss you off in this. But Rose, to me, and Monica, too, is... there's something in their heart that they just want to help people. And I think that's, if we grow, when we grow, that's what we have to look at. The rest of the skills you can learn. But if you don't have hard, miles and miles and miles of hard, you can't do the right kind of work. Oh, no, that's Emily. I thought that was Mo. And that's so important. And I think that's in all of our work. Man, it is, no matter how we all have very amount of skills, but boy, what really makes a big difference is your heart in it. Boy, that's why I think that now, and I see this arose, and now both of their hearts are really into trying to help people. I mean, what else are we here for? And that's why most of us have jobs that, we're just trying to, make a living and pay the rent. And that's important. Sure, you have to do that first. So don't, put your heart first. I'm going to starve just as long as I can do my heart. No, you can't do that. You got to go, and feed the lion first. And then when you get, you keep looking and trying and failing and doing things like that. What do we do if it is closed? If what's closed? I mean, the IRS website, I don't think it's closed. I just went to both of them. Rose, you don't think they're closed, do you? No, things come and go, and does it? And man, the internet is so insecure, only because everybody's screwing around with it so much. There's so much money that made on this, so that means you're going to get the sharks and everything. Sort of like, I guess, when we had cars in the first time, right? And they scare the hell out of horses, and then everybody started getting cars, and so we had to have traffic lights and all this stuff, so people don't run into each other. So all that, I'm sure we'll figure this out. It says temporarily not available. That, you know why? Probably this letter just went out. Rose, are you able to get on? Oh, Rose, I see she got on to get my payment because she put the link up and it highlighted it. The get my payment is offline. That probably just the Treasury Department email just went out. Okay, so they got overwhelmed, and people are so hungry, and need it, even if it's $600. But listen, on both, YouTube and Facebook. On Facebook, I have a link up there right underneath the title of the video. Here is a link to the 4 big programs that are in the stimulus package, and also on Facebook, in the description, in the description of the Facebook title, there's a description. You go there and click on the link. There's a report there that shows you how to sign up for the 4 programs. Okay, this is one of them. There's 3 others, one for unemployment, one for business, and the other one is for rent. And what you have to do, just got to accept the SBA grant for $10,000. James, really? Wow. I didn't even know they had grant. You sure was the SBA? Yeah, because the IEDL doesn't have grants now. By the way, for the SBA.gov, put emergency, SBA.gov, and then search emergency. That EIDL money is going to end in after the 31st. So they got to get rid of this money, and they reduced the credit score. It was a higher credit score, so they were turning you down. So if you want a loan, and they don't have grants right now, but they have low interest loan, 2-3% or whatever it is, man, you can't get that anywhere. If you have credit card debt, man, you get one of these things, you get a loan there, 2-3% instead of paying 15-20% or whatever on the credit card. That's crazy. And they reduce the credit score that you need for an EDIL loan, or is that or IEDL loan? And so go there and sign up. And actually, in the report, it's also in the report because that you could download free. I want people to get that report and start tomorrow. I mean, you should have started today. You don't want to be left in line. You got to work your butt off to make sure that you are there first to get the money. See, these things like the rent money, there's only so much. When it's gone, it's gone. And if you're not there early, waiting in line for Target to open, you're not going to get the deal. And it's the same with this. And it's going to take a few weeks for the websites to get up, to accept applications. But you have to start now finding where those websites, like if you want business money, okay, now the SBA is going to have a lot of money for that, PPP and the IEDL. Okay, now when you go there now, they're going to change in a few weeks, but read it all now. You'll see right now they have who's eligible and things like that. There's some other requirements and how much will change, but the basic thing won't. So you go there now and read those applications. You have to. The same way with your the new unemployment money. Go there because every state has two different kind of unemployment. Sometimes they're together as one, sometimes they're separate. There's a pandemic unemployment and there's a normal one. And the pandemic unemployment, even if you've never worked in your life, I would apply for the pandemic unemployment. It's different in every state that you don't really know, and yada yada yada, and they're all screwed up. They're handing millions of things. Nobody can answer the phone. So you just apply, man, and you have to. And don't ask me if you're eligible or not. Don't ask somebody else. Go on. Don't search the internet to see if you're eligible. No, it's easier and to get the real answer by just go on the goddamn website and apply. And then you know for sure. Anybody else who tells you whatever they tell you, number one, is going to change, and number two, they're guessing. So don't do that. Just go apply. So you want to go and apply when the grant comes up, or even if it doesn't, because if they say you get the money, then you decide, okay, 2-3% interest loan, I could use that, right, and pay off a bunch of stuff, and but you refuse the money. No, I changed my mind. So then you're not hooked, okay? So you apply, you see, okay? So that's the business, okay? For the unemployment, okay, they have two things. Maybe you have to apply. You apply both. You apply both. You had it before, fine. You didn't have it before, fine. They said you weren't eligible before, fine. You just apply again. And that's the name of the game, man. We just spend too much time talking ourselves out of doing stuff in life. And the stupid people get it because they don't know any better. So you got to be stupid. Get out there and be stupid, okay? Quit thinking. It's going to get you in a mess of trouble. And just apply. And that's what's so important. Because if you don't, man, it's going to pass you by. Everything's going to pass you by. I was thrown off TV when I first started Question Mark Suit. I lost literally millions of dollars. I was on Home Shopping doing crazy. They said, oh, no, we couldn't do that. Now it's done so much in my life. You got to listen to your heart, man. You want to do something. You try. You fail. What the hell? Nobody cares. I used to think everybody cared. If I failed, like I was starting businesses and I failed, and that would keep me from doing things that are real. Because if you're trying to impress everybody else and worry about not failing, you're not going to do anything of any value. Because you're trying to copy everybody else is already doing that. You think that's going to work? I'm going to do it too. No, everybody's doing that. What we have, the secret sauce that we all have, is what's weird about us. And if you try to find your weirdness and get that out to the public, then you're different. They don't have any of that stuff. See, like this. How many guys do you see like this that aren't in the circus? And there's no encouragement. See, I was thrown off. Thank God I was, doing well enough to not worry about eating at the time. So I'm so upset hearing about the second stimulus check, and I never got the first. You can still get the first. Okay, go to that there's that other. Did you put the other, not the payment, the other one up there too? Or what? I think I put it. Yeah, I put it down in. Here's the other. Okay. IRS.gov, then capital E, capital I, capital P. If you didn't get the first stimulus check, you still can. What you do, you apply for it when you do next year's taxes, okay? And that's how you get it, okay? So you can still get it, okay? And that's the important thing. Don't, it's hard, or I don't know, and nobody knows what the hell is talking about. No, you got to be that Rottweiler on the edge of somebody's pant leg, and you just don't let go until you get the answer. It's simple. You don't have to be smart. You just have to be a pain in the ass. And perseverance is what works, not intelligence. Look at all the idiots running stuff. You don't need to be a mental genius to do stuff. I went to SBA.org and fill out the rent papers. SBA.org has rent papers? You sure? And I didn't see the application, but I emailed them. Okay, there are no rent papers at the SBA. And nobody knows where the rent grants are. Okay, that's why you have to get that form. I mean, that I have a report on YouTube. Download that report. It takes those 4 things and tells you where to go and where to get help to fill out the application. But that's great. Delana, good. Yeah, that's good. So you went and did something. You did something. Okay, and that's it. So you emailed them. Hey, where the hell it is? Okay. Now what you have to do, check the other places in that report. It tells you who to call. And when in doubt, call your elected official. You get all lower right now. Right now, you go and go to the what is it? Boy, this old brain is like bats in the belfry or whatever. Commoncause.org and get a list of all your elected representatives. Get their emails, whatever. It's my son, Morgan. He wants to be online streaming with me. I'm live streaming now. Are you okay or what? Is it anything a problem or no? Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Okay, take care. Right, bye. Yeah. So he's an IT guy, like I was, but he's got a bigger brain than I have to really do the hard stuff. Hi, I'm Morgan. Thank you, Cassandra. Yeah, I had my business over a year and got denied. Do it again when the new one comes out. Do it again, or even go now. Because if you got it tonight, don't forget, I just told you that they reduced the credit retirement. It was like 600 and something. Now it's only 400 or 500 or whatever, credit score to get the money. So you do it now. Do it right now again, but it's only a loan. And then in a couple of weeks, you do it again to get the grant, okay? Just keep going. I had my business over to as an LLC. What happened? In fact, and can I reapply? Yeah, I don't know for sure, but you just reapply. Particularly if you got lost it and they change the rules. Well, don't. That's all right. Don't ask me. Don't ask anybody. You just go and do it. Just a reply again. So the cheerleader didn't go out with you. She said no, but that was 2 months ago. Ask her again. She may be hard up now, or on the rebound, and we'll go out with anybody. Now it's your turn. So that's what you do. Another Montgomery County school success story. Oh, nice. I used to live in Montgomery County. Coronavirus, small business guidance loan. Go good. Thanks, Rose. Rose you got 2 hands going. Just apply and see what happens. Yes. The credit requirement was 570. Now, what is it? Don't know. I sent a copy of the email to members but ask them. Say, hey, there's a way to send them. Hey, I got this credit card. Or actually, there's a phone on the SBA phone. I call a hotline number and I talk to those the people that help all the time. And you get through. So call, ask, whatever. Call your elected official. Hey, what's the credit score requirement? They have somebody to call if you can't figure it out. That's what to do. That's right. Go and get commoncause.org, get the websites and everything of all your elected officials and the phone numbers you want to call. See, this is the thing that's going to get you money. Not Google. Believe me, not Google. I think you learned that. How many years have you been searching for Google for a grant, right? So give up. You can't keep banging your head against the wall and expecting this change because I'm going to do it harder. I'm going to bang my head harder. I bet that will change it, right? And I'll finally get some. No. That's not going to do. Look at that. 750. You sure, Maureen? Is that now? Somebody, a member just had just did a video conference on applying for the EIDL or IEDL or I get those. Oh, EIDL, right. And they said they reduced the score. So I don't know what that is, but they have to make quota. So they may even reduce it more to get it right. Now, why are they having a live seminar today on the EIDL because the money's going to stop in 2 days. What does that tell you? They have to get rid of the money, right? They have to get rid of the money. Okay. Do you need an LLC loan? No. I mean, apply. Don't ask me. But as far as I know, no, not in the SBA stuff. No, you may need an EIN. I don't know for sure. Yeah, apply, man. Don't because somebody will say no, and they'll be wrong. How the hell do they know? Did they apply yesterday or whatever? No, they're not giving out the money. Don't believe anybody who's not giving you the money. You only believe the people who are giving out the money. Yeah, anybody else they don't really know. I found my stimulus check today. Wow, the first one. Oh, was in my bank as of November 25th. Thank you. So Lesko, my state rep called and found it switching banks. Wow, look at that. Cutie pie. Wow, cutie. Can you send me an email, cutie? Lesko free radio. Yeah, see? See, I should not be having to do this. I'm having too much fun, so I'd really miss it. Let's go free radio at gmail.com. Send me that, okay, cutie? I need that. People don't believe this stuff, because right, especially now, there's so many scammers out there. I'm sorry, I took off comments to be published. On YouTube, when you leave a comment, I'll see them and do the ones I can. Or whatever, you want to send me an email there, and then if I don't recall, reply in 2 days, just beat on me again. I got to take care of the paying people first. Like today, when I finish this now, I'm behind like 30 questions, so I'm going to try to get that out because. The problem is that Rose gets angry at me for not answering those questions on time. So I got to be able to look her in the eye. And so I'm going to do that. So that's why I have to they pay good money to do this. So I have to put them as priority. I try to help everybody else I can. That's why I'm putting more links in the description. So you have it. Okay. You have to go and do the work. And that's what it should be eventually. Everybody with that. Crystal, how are you, Crystal? I remember seeing you around earlier. I'm in Missouri. I called every place listed for rent help and got nothing. Nobody knows anything about it or no funds. Okay. Did you call everybody, like those 7 or 8 people I gave you on the list? That's what you got to do. And there's a new one coming. Now, what you got to do is go back and try to find out where the new one's going to be. There's a new one just passed, Mary. For Missouri, it'll be everywhere. And there'll be a new rent grants, $25 billion. And they'll go back, and you get like $25,000. They'll go back 12 months to help you pay rent. And 3 months forward. So that's 15 months. Okay, nobody knows where it's going to be yet, but they sort of have an idea because there are programs like this before, and they'll probably give it out to the same people. So you want to keep track of that. If it's a small town, Missouri, lots of small towns, call the mayor. Say, where do you think that the new rent program will go? So I get first in line, because if you're not there early, and you sleep in that day, you may not get it, and that's the facts. There's no way around it. Nah. Mitch are playing with our tax money. Mitch are playing with our. Can someone attach the link for SBA loan? I think somebody did already. I think Rose put that up there. And just put SBA.gov and put emergency loan, and up there. And you'll see any grants for individuals impacted by COVID. Every grant is for individuals impacted by COVID. Go to the link in the description. You're on YouTube. Go to the description right there. I have the 4 big ones that are now just been signed into law 20 hours ago or whenever the heck it was. Oh, Rose did it again. Thank you. I got 14,000 back from pay and PUA because you said try, thank you. That's wonderful. Write me, Health Plush. See? That's why, people, don't forget these bureaucrats. What I do now I hate talking to financial service people, they're just, Anyway, but I know if I fool around, then I'm having fun, teasing them or whatever. They'll ask me, is there anything else I could do? And I say, oh, yeah, I got a grease mark on my wall. Now, I can't tell if it's grease or paint, and I'm trying to get it off. And I just go into this, I make up some story as it comes in my head and have this picture. What the hell is this guy talking about? You ask me, is there anything more, Mel, more to do? Yeah. Or I'll say things like, well, you know what? Yeah, I have a problem. Last night I was out till about 2:00 in the morning. I come home and the door's locked. I can't get in the house. My wife is in there. I said I'd be home a lot early, but the door is locked. So I'm out in the front. Now tell me, ma'am, would you act this way? Would you act like my wife did and just lock me out because I'm an hour and a half late getting home? Yeah. And you can imagine. I love doing that at checkout counters. You just come up with some wild ass story, they don't care about, and they're trying to be polite. Anything else I can do? What about unemployment? Are they getting more benefits? Yes. Well, you download the link in the description. People on YouTube, the people in Lesko Help just started discussion and say, hey, where's the unemployment stuff? And blah, 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 and the little info fairies take care of everything for you. I'm a paid member and from California. Well, I know you're in there because you're there, Michelle. I have a full-time income and a sole proprietor business. Yes. Apply for the new EDIL grant. And yes, there's local business money too. Well, Michelle, I'm going to give you 7 phone numbers to call in California so you don't miss any. There's so much local grants for businesses in California, and you only have 2 days to get a lot of this stuff because every state has to get their money spent by the 31st. So they're behind the 8 ball. So you got to help these poor bureaucrats make quota. Yeah, that's their job. They got to get this money out. Don't ask anybody, particularly on the internet. Don't ask people on the internet what the hell you should do. No, go to the government offices and say what they got. You don't got something, who else got it? That's what Turtle needs new glasses to focus. That's me. Don't know where 25, no idea what that means. What about Bergen County? It doesn't matter where you are. Get the link, read and research. It's all about read and research. And don't get caught up in .coms. Just look for .com, .orgs, .govs and start doing research. You're like the policeman looking for the murderer. You go door to door and ask, had you seen anything 10 o'clock last night? Where were you? That's what life is. If you want it spoon fed to you, then you're going to have to pay a lot of money and still not get anything. Mortgage forbearance. Just call your mortgage company. Say, here it is. Okay, Charlie Brown says this, and tell them you want it. They will do 6 months with a 6 months option. Oh, I think my marriage is that way. They will try to talk you out of it, but they do it. Be persistent. See, that's what it is. And that's what I hope the club is. I mean, see, to me, let's go help the members there, help each other. They say, hey, I got this. I didn't know. I'm learning more from the members, I think, than I'm giving to the members. They tell me all this stuff. Like the guy just went to a seminar, and I sent out the list of seminar. He saw the seminar in the EIDL, and they said, hey, here's what it is. They have to spend all the money. They have 2 more days to spend the money. They want you to apply. And then they said that they lowered the credit requirement to make sure they got more money out. The new one, they have to change the application, and it take about 2 weeks or so for the new application to get out on the SBA. See, this is inside stuff all free. It's a free seminar online that you could live. Now, you're not going to find that in Google. Yeah. You got to learn the sources. You're going to go to Google, and you're just going to wind up with the sharks. And then you go, like on my Google, on my what do you call that? YouTube thing. And you go into the comment section, and you're going to get people that are sharks there. And that's why I keep an eye on this live chat. Make sure there's nobody trying to sell something there. and somebody, they're able, I got a thing from Facebook saying that somebody says they're me. Now, hey, I've been trying to get somebody on Facebook for a week and a half because I can't get in. And they send me, the robots keep telling me what to do and it never works. And I can't get a hold of anybody. And then I get an email, and I've been down, camping out on the front of their office building in Washington and still can't get anything. And out of the blue, I get a light. Now, I hit reply because a lot of these things, there's no reply. So I said, hey, yeah, because I got, they scammed $11,000 out of my account and buying ads and everything. It was a nightmare, and now I can't get on. What's up, Lesko? Where's the Waldo? He's in Vegas, I think. $600 goes starting tomorrow. Direct deposit, according to Trade. Yeah, we just covered it. There's an email that went out, and that's why a lot of people now, they said they can't get onto the IRS website because it's there. Okay, but more important thing, okay, anybody just joined on YouTube, I got to go, and I want to take care of the Lesko Help members, and I want to spend the rest of the evening finishing up as many questions as I can. And so you could ask a question there, and make sure you put in your state, because then I tell you the sources in your state to go to. And I just tell somebody that wanted to move from California and move to Houston and looking for help for that. Okay, so I show them who to contact in California, then who to contact in Texas, and what kind of help's available, and get them going. I can't tell them exactly what they're going to get because I don't really know, but they're the people that solve those kinds of problems. What you want to look for are people who solve those kinds of problems. Oh, maybe that was you, Rose. Yeah, because they said, that's funny. I mean, why? I've all the crap. I've been emailing them at least 10 times a day for the last 7 days. Yeah, and it's still not. Did you try your state housing and development plan? Yeah, see, they're going to know. You fish around. Who has to know that stuff? And then when in doubt, call your elected official, okay? And that's why in this report, both reports, okay, if you're on Lesko Help on the Facebook, look at that report. I have all the contact sources. It's on the top of right under the description of the title. And if you're on YouTube, look in the description of the video. I have the link of all the sources for that and all the sources of free help to get help with any one of those things. Okay, so that's the important thing. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much. I mean, it's the most important time in my life. I think I've never been had such positive feedback on my work as I am in doing the work this way. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope we could handle you with loving care. Anybody who puts trust in us on Lesko Help, because it's just nothing better than to feel that we may have something that could make your life just a little easier somehow. Man, and that's just a wonderful gift, I think. And I see Rose feels that way, and Monica feels that way, and I do. And we'll get cranky now and then, but that's what we really want to do. So, and I appreciate it. And just look at, what you say about this is, and there's always idiots and stuff, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. Wiki World Order. There he is. Wow. Well, I better call my son back before I start answering those questions again. Okay, guys? Because now he's stalking me on my YouTube stream. Well, thank you again. I'll see you in the morning. Got lots of good stuff. There's just a lot of happening, and I appreciate every single one of you so much because of just the feedback and the hear. And I'm not worrying about feeding myself as I was a young person. And now it's about just trying to help. And you give me the opportunity. Nothing is better. than you giving me an opportunity to try to help. Thank you. Thank you, Rose.